What is going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today's video is a very special video, once in a lifetime video for me. I've been telling you guys about something that I've had going on the past month and a half or so. Just been scrambling, so busy, but I did have an announcement to make. You know, I've had a particular dream for a very long time, and you know, I'm just a working class guy like most of you. You know, I have a good job that I worked hard for, but you know, it's a working class job. I have a family, 3 young kids, a wife, 3 dogs now. And you know, things get tough. They're hard to manage. When you have goals, guys, and you have life goals, especially, that very difficult to obtain considering your circumstances, you have to find a way to prioritize, organize your life, and the key there is also sacrifice. I cannot have everything I would like to have, and that's okay. I don't need much, but the one dream that I've always had, prioritize how I can achieve it. I've talked to people on how they did it as working class guys. You know, this is something that I've been working towards for years and years, and honestly, there's been times where I didn't know if it was ever really achievable, but I am officially a landowner. I just bought my first basically recreational property for whitetail, hogs, anything else that I can scrounge up to shoot. This is a new family legacy for me, something that I want to pass on to my kids. I'm walking on my property right now, by the way. I just passed through a right-of-way. This is an unbelievable moment for me to start a new family legacy that nobody in my family, we don't have property. I didn't grow up ranching or farming or anything. So to achieve this as a working class guy is tough. And it's pretty emotional sometimes, because you know, there's times where you just don't know if that's for you. I didn't want to put a strain on my family, so I had to plan this out years in advance. But today is the day, and you guys are here with me. This is the first day that I've set foot out here to learn the place. I've only been out here one time, only got out here one time before I actually made the purchase. And I am walking down my property right now. Now, this is not a big property. I'll just tell you right now, it's less than 30 acres. So I'll just tell you that. All woods, it's got 2 ponds and a lot of timberland company around them, like it's not even mine. It's weird. Like these are my trees right here. Like, see that tree right there? It's my tree. I can break it, snap it. I mean, it's just weird. So, and I'm actually walking out to my pond right now. This is in East Texas. I can't afford any of that hill country land or nothing like that, but I can bring my family out here and accomplish everything that I've ever dreamed of. And my goal with this property is to really begin to design it around access, hunting, being able to get in, draw animals in, draw deer in, and successfully hunt them. Design this property, create something that's desirable, and maybe it's worth a little more one day, then I'll move on to something else. But that's really pretty far in the future. I'm not really worried about that. Look, turn around right here. Let me show you one of the ponds. I mean, that is a pond on a property that I own. It feels very weird. I'm still not sure how I feel about it. I mean, it's just, I think it hasn't, I knew it wasn't gonna set in until I got it. Oh, by the way, the hat, I don't know why, but I told myself years ago, I used to have an old hat back in the days, and I told myself if I ever was able to purchase my own property, first thing I was gonna do is go out and get me a new hat to wear every time I come to the property. And this, my friends, is what you call all hat and no cattle. Pretty much by definition. So, but my plan with this place is to, let me tell you, there's deer sign everywhere. There is rubs, trails. I mean, the way this place sets up is it's just a narrow access up front, and the bulk of the property is back here in a big square block. So I'll show you on some of the drone footage here. It does have a pond on the east side. There's a pond on the west side. And is and really not a lot of oak trees. I've scouted for oak trees and haven't found a lot, mostly water oaks and no white oaks. But between the boundaries, there is a ton of trails, and then on the west side there's actually a low area. It's right on the edge of the property, but it is a low kind of swampy area, and you can see the trails moving all through there. A lot of deer trails, tons of rub. I have taken probably 20 pictures of rubs today so far as I've been walking the property, learning the boundaries. Come out here to meet a few of the neighbors. It's pretty rural, but there is a gentleman out here, lives pretty close by, so just getting to know him, marking all of the trails through this property. So my plan is to put a food plot in about a 1/4 acre size on the east side of one pond, and then another food plot that jits right into the timber pine plantation, and about a 1/4 acre in size on the west side, so I can access from kind of the north or the east side. Well, I can access from the north and then cut west all the way, and then I can cut straight north again. But the food plots are going to be designed where the food plots are going to run mostly east and west, and both of my stands are going to be on the points of them on like the east side. So I'll be looking across the food plot with a crosswind. That's the way I want to design it on a small place. So, but there is a lot of deer sign here. I'm going to walk around and show you guys some of the place, and this is going to be a fun project. This is going to be you know, an extension of the channel. And these food plots, it's going to take some work to get them cleared, so I've been talking to a guy about coming out here, getting a mulcher, and helping me make this thing happen if I can afford it. I mean, I got this place pretty cheap. It's pretty far back in here. I say cheap, there's really no such thing. You know, if you guys want to, this is something that you want to accomplish one day, I just encourage you to find out, you know, this means I gave up ownership of a boat. I don't have toys, jet skis. You've seen what I drive. I drive a 10-year-old truck and a Ford Fiesta to hunt and go to work in. And you know, for a working class guy, that is really not too difficult of a starting point to try to free up areas where you can accomplish something like this. And I'm just so grateful that I have a wife that understands it, and man, I mean, I just never thought I would own my own piece of dirt that God created, and it's a pretty special feeling. And yeah, it gets me emotional every time I talk about it. So let's go on, let's circle around the pond here, and let's go find some trails and rubs, and I'll show you what I've been talking about. Bye, pond. That's my pond right there. That's my pond. You know, I can swim in there naked if I want. You can't say nothing. Nobody can say nothing about it. Take a little tour over here. Well, on that note, I look forward to a lot of videos this summer out here at the property, making some improvements, getting some cameras up. I mean, talk about wanting to fiend for a camera. This is going to be awesome, because this cool thing about a small property is there should be no reason you don't know every trail. And now that's all I'm doing, is I'm going through marking all the trails, which direction, marking tracks right now, which way the direction the tracks are going. Once I do that, I can kind of implement these small, you know, micro plots around the place, and you know, any deer that travels on a trail, where it comes from, I should probably have a pretty good idea, and then I can design my access around that, and hopefully create a lot of fun for my friends and my family to get out here and have a good time, fling some arrows and enjoy the woods. So I appreciate you guys stopping and checking out this video and just sharing in a very special moment for me. And any tips for you guys out there that have a small property that you take care of, I'd be interested. So man, I'm just pretty speechless, so I'll let you guys go. I gotta get back to town, gotta work tomorrow, gotta pick up the kids to do some chores. So we'll see you guys on the next one. So long from the Skinny Pine Ranch.